Okay, class, glad to have you back. Welcome to your virtual classroom. I am your teacher, Mr. Maatuka, and this week we're going to talk Excel and Google Sheets. Excel and Google Sheets are spreadsheet applications that help you deal with large data sets, whether it's numbers, terms, or just some information you've gathered in regards to your business or research or what have you. Excel and Google Sheets allows you the opportunity to assess and analyze a large amount of data. So the challenge I have for you before we get into the learning apparatus, our engagement activity, is for you to do a Sudoku. Sudoku is basically the most basic foundation of data analysis and forecasting. And so I hope by doing a Sudoku, you'll get a brief understanding or general introduction to what Google Sheets is, what Excel can do for you. And so I guess without further ado, let's do a Sudoku. For those of you who've never done a Sudoku, I've sent over a very easy one. Let me get this off the screen, wrong one. Here's an easy Sudoku. This is my example. It's not the one I sent you, but basically, oh, did I lose me? Yeah, there I go. But basically, it's one similar to the one you'll have to do on your own. So let me explain to you how Sudoku works. Basically, you have 9 small boxes within one big box. And your job is within each of these 9 boxes to place the numbers 1 through 9. But here's the hard part. In addition to placing the numbers 1 through 9 in here, at the same time, you must make sure that this row has all the digits 1 through 9, and that this row has all the digits 1 through 9, and so on and so forth. This row here, here, and here. So the key point is you can't have 2 9s in the same row. So there can't be 2 9s in this row. But did I also mention that each column has to have the numbers 1 through 9. So each column must have 1 through 9, each row must have 1 through 9, and each group of 9 squares have to have 1 through 9. So let's get started. Looking at this first square, I realized that, hey, I'm missing a 1, I'm missing a 2, I'm missing a 8, and I'm missing a 3. But here's what I know. Since there's a 3 on this row, I know that my 3 has to be, oh wait, there is my 3. So I'm not looking for a 3. I'm looking for a 1, a 2, a 8, and a 9. Okay. So again, I know my 8 won't be up here in this box because there's an 8 on this row. So one of these have to be my 8. If I look down, I don't see an 8. So I know one of these is an 8. Okay. That's my first issue. I'm also looking for a number 1 in this box. If I look down, here's a 1, so my 1 can't be here. My 1 has to be in one of these 2 squares. I can't figure that out. I don't know where any of it goes. So I don't know my 1. I don't know my 8. Can I figure out my 2? I know my 2 has to be in this column, but there is no 2 here, no 2 here. So that's going to be a tough one to figure out. 1, 2, 8, and a 9. Let's see if I can figure out an 8 or a 9. I can't figure out an 8 or a 9, so I'm going to move on. All right, so the key is to find a row that is easy for you to figure out. If I look at this row, they have quite a few numbers here. So here's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5? I need to figure out the 5. The 5 is, there's a 5 in this square, so maybe the 5's over here. Here's a 5 here. I know I can't have a 5 here, so I know this has to be a 5. How did I know it? Well, here's a 5 for this column. Here's the 5 for this square, so that can't be a 5. So this is the only place my 5 can go. Okay, we got one. I'm feeling good about that. Let's keep moving. Let's see if we can find any more numbers. I'm missing the 8 and the 9. No 8s. No. Here's an 8 in this box. So there can't be an 8 here. The only other place my 8 can go is right here. So I put in my 8, and that means this has to be a 9. So now we finish one row. That helps me figure out other rows. So now I just want to find something else that has a lot of squares in it. If I keep looking here, I know there's a 1 on this row. there's a 6 on this row, and there's a 7 here. So here's a 7. So this can't be a 7, so it has to be either a 1 or a 6. And can this be a 7? This could be, and this could be, I don't have enough information. Let me move on to another row. 1, 2, 3. What about a 4? Can a 4 go here? It could go in both of these. 5, 6. No 6 here, so I know a 6 has to be in this square. Again, how do I know there has to be a 6 here? Because on this row, row 11, there has to be a 6. It can't be in this square because there's a 6. So it has to be in this square, in this row. But wait, it can't be here because here's a 6. So I know this is a 6. And I'm looking for my 7. Wait a minute, there's the 7. So that can't be the 7. There's no 7 in this square. So there's my 7. So I found my 7. And by the process of elimination, 1, 2, 3, I need a 4. This is where my 4 is going to go. All right, so now I got my 4s. Hey, there's a 4 in this column. There's a 4 in this column. This has to be a 4. How did I know that? Well, if there's a 4 in this column, that can't be a 4. If there's a 4 in this column, it can't be a 4. And here's my 4. So now I'm cooking. I'm going to figure some things out. Let's keep moving. Okay, let's go back to here now. We remembered that we knew that we needed a 1. This can't be a 1, so my 1 has to be over here. We're also looking for 2. This can't be a 2, so my 2 is over here. There's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need an 8. Where's my 8? Don't know. Where's my 9? Don't know. So I'm still done. I can't figure that one out. Is there anything else I can see? I could go on. I'm going to finish this on my own, but now it's your job. When I send over to you your you're going to find a link to a Sudoku. It's going to be one tab. This is the Sudoku you have to do. It says a Sudoku is a great activity to sharpen the mind. The object of Sudoku is to fill in the empty spaces of a 9x9 grid. This is the 9x9 grid with numbers. Numbers 1 through 9 in such a manner that every row and every column and every 3x3 box contains all the numbers 1 through 9. It's fun, it's challenging. Hey, have at it. I'm going to finish mine. Send it over and I'll grade it for you. Okay, hope to hear from you guys soon.